Hi, I'm finally filming this video. It's taken me probably like 9 months to officially do, but I'm really excited. I asked you guys on my, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Anyways, I asked you guys on my Instagram to, I'm outside, so if there's any weird noises, just ignore that. But I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me questions, anything you had pertaining to girl talk, because honestly, after getting sick, that's probably one of the big things that I miss, is having girl time and just, you know, chatting with girls about girl stuff. And I thought about it too, because I get quite a few questions about girly things on Instagram, and I realized that I'm really lucky to have a family as open I do, that I can ask any questions I want to, and have the small group of girls that I can just be open with. And I realized that everyone doesn't have that privilege, so I figured I'm an open person. I post stuff online all the time that's pretty intimate, and that if you guys had questions, you should just ask me and I'll post it. So I got a lot of good questions and this is very unorganized. I'm kind of just going through it as we speak, so bear with me. First question: how do dates work when you're not feeling up to going out? I would say that anywhere can be a date. Anything simple. For me personally, I'd be fine with finding a movie on Netflix or even renting a movie and then making homemade chocolate covered strawberries. Like, it doesn't have to be anything huge. Just do what you and your partner like doing together, and it'll be fun. Like, if you like doing puzzles, do a puzzle. If you like walking your dog, walk your dog. If you like just taking naps, take a nap. There shouldn't be any pressure for dates. Like, yeah, it's fun to dress up and go out and do stuff, but also there's no pressure, and just do what you two like to do. How to feel comfortable when in a new relationship. I'm worried I won't be enough. So with this question, I would say make sure you're with someone who you feel comfortable with. Like, you want to be with someone who brings out the best in you and who makes you not nervous to be yourself. And that's how you know you really are with someone special, that you really adore, because you're never worried about how you'll come off to them, or, you know, like being uncomfortable, because it's them. Like, you just love being with them. Next question: I'm so insecure about my body. What do you do to make yourself feel confident? I'd say that confidence is a really tricky thing, but when I'm the best I can be emotionally, and when I be the person that I'd want to be best friends with, I feel most confident, because there's nothing better than being a kind, caring, empathetic human to me. That's what I'm attracted to, whether it be in a relationship or a friendship or family. I like kind people, and being a kind person makes me feel confident, because I'd want to be my best friend. And that's how I feel confident. There's some really personal ones, but there's someone working outside, so I don't want to say it out loud. Oh wait, I'll skip. Are you waiting till marriage? Do you think it's bad not to? I definitely don't think it's bad not to. I'm personally waiting, and for me it has nothing to do with religion. It just has to do with how I view love and intimacy, physical intimacy, and, you know, sex. And I saw this show before where this person said that every time you have sex, you give a little piece of your heart away, and when you find the person you want to love for the rest of your days, you want to be able to give your whole heart to them. And it really stuck with me, and it was really special to me. And I actually decided that I wanted to wait when I was 14 or 15 years old. I just had that epiphany, and I told my dad, and I got a purity ring. Obviously that's not like, you don't need a purity ring, but I really wanted one. So yeah, I'm waiting. I don't think anything's wrong with people who don't. And also, I wanted to say sorry, I know that there's a lot of people that get that choice taken from them. And my heart goes out to every single person who has and who did, and I can't even imagine. And I'm just really grateful that I am able to keep that choice, because I can't imagine getting it taken away from me. So yeah, I'm sending love to you if you've ever had a traumatic experience with that, and I'm really sorry. Dating with chronic illness tips. This is funny because I was actually talking to my boyfriend last night, and I was like, we should do a Q&A because I think it'd be really interesting, because then you get the perspective of someone who's dating a sick person and a sick person who's dating a healthy person, and I never see videos on that, and I'm always really curious because again, with the questions, I have so many, and it's who would I ask those things to? I don't know. But I think it'd be really fun. But probably my biggest tip on dating with illness is communication. It's very important. It's important when you're healthy, and I think it's even more important when you're sick, because you want to be on the same page with your partner, and you just I don't know, it's very important. I'm very quick to communicate, whether it be about happy things, sad things, hard things. I'm very quick to communicate, so I think it's really important. I would definitely make sure your communication is top of the line. How does it feel to date when chronically ill and not being a burden? This is something that I still struggle with, obviously, but I think it's really helpful when you know exactly what you bring to the table in the relationship. And just because you're sick doesn't mean you're any less of a person, and it doesn't mean you're any harder to love, because illness is not you. You are you. There's so many things bigger than your illness that make you you. It's a big part of my life, but it's not all of me. And I know what I bring to the table, and I think that's what really helps me not feel like a burden in my relationship, because I'm capable of bringing so much more than what I can't bring because of illness. And that's important to know, so I hope you know that too. I don't have a question, but I love that you are doing this. Thank you. Your support means everything to me. How do you first explain your chronic illnesses when you start dating someone? So for me, my boyfriend, that was actually how he first talked to me. It was because I made an awareness post on Facebook, and he researched it, and I knew he was something special, because he researched it and he was like, hey, I think it's really cool that you're spreading awareness about POTS and dysautonomia, and I just want to tell you that things will be okay in the future with the positivity that you have. And I was like, it just melted my whole heart. And too, for me, even if I wasn't dating this boyfriend, I have this Instagram, so it's public, and if a guy is interested in me, he would see it. Most likely he'd see it. But I would say bring it up firsthand. If I didn't have this Instagram, I would bring it up before anything, just because I don't want it to be down the line. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm sick. I would just rather say, yeah, I have these illnesses. Sorry for all the background noise. I'd just say, yeah, I have these illnesses. I just want to let you know ahead of time. But yeah, I just be straight up. I would want someone to be straight up with me. Would love to hear more about deciding to wait until marriage, what goes into that choice. So it's basically just what you want to do. It's your body, so just you know, be confident in your decision and make sure that you're not feeling bad about the choices you're making, because you want to be confident in them and you don't want to feel like crap about yourself. How do you stop hating what illness has done to your body, mind, and soul? This is very hard. Most days I kind of just have a positive outlook, and just like, today was crappy, I have tomorrow. But some days life just sucks and I question why I was put into this position. But the other day I was going and I got an IV, and this nurse was actually talking to my mom, and she kind of gave my mom and I this extra push that we needed, because I've been in kind of a rut with posting and just being creative and talking to people. I've been in a flare for the last 5 weeks, and she was telling my mom that, like, we're both so outspoken about what happened to me, and it would be a waste if we didn't talk about it. And so then I was like, she's right. Like, I should totally film the YouTube video that I've been putting off for 9 months. So I would just say, how do I stop hating it? I start appreciating the things that illness has brought me. I've said this before, but it's brought me so many good things emotionally. Like, it's made me more empathetic, and it's made me compassionate and kind, and it's made me think of others before myself. It's made me self-reflect and get myself in check. Not all the time. Sometimes I need to be called out, but it's helped me be more self-aware of how I'm treating people and how I'm making people feel. And I think that's a gift. I really do. It's something that I wouldn't have given a crud about before getting sick, and now I'm just happy to wake up and be alive. Like, I'm just more grateful than I ever was. And am I more depressed than I ever was? Yes. But I'm also more grateful, and you gotta look at the positives. I'm going to my friend's party and I'm meeting a guy. Should I be nervous? Honestly, I'd be nervous, but that's because I have anxiety. This is actually too, you probably sent this to me like 9 months ago. So please message me and let me know how this encounter went, because I'm curious. I've hooked up with this guy 2 times, and both times he hasn't finished. Is this normal? Again, I'm not an experienced person, so I don't know. But I don't think it's anything for you to be insecure about. Everyone's body is different, and everyone likes different things, and everyone works different ways. So honestly, I just have an open line of communication with him. It's important. How do you know if you should wear a bra? Well, 1, wearing a bra is your choice. If you don't want to wear a bra, don't wear a bra. But if you're asking, like, when should you start wearing a bra, like the look of things, I'd say when you could, see things through your shirt. And if you like that, cool. I'm more on the modest side. I like wearing a bra, but I'm also bigger chested, and I don't know, I feel more comfortable. But fun fact, I actually got my first bra in 4th grade, and it wasn't because I had boobs. I didn't get boobs till literally 11th grade in high school. But everyone in my class was wearing bras, so I begged my parents to get me one just so I could feel like inside the group. But yeah, I would just say whenever you feel like you need to, but if you don't want to, don't. Overall relationships with chronic illnesses, I'd say that I didn't do much dating. I don't really get crushes on people besides Eric. And I know that sounds like kind of like corny, but I'm dead serious. Like, I tell him that all the time. Like, I've never been really attracted to someone or so drawn to someone before him, and I think that's really special. And but relationships, like friendships, I lost all my friends when I got sick. I've regained new ones, and cute thing is, they've all come from this Instagram account, so that's really happy. Again, too, with friendships, communication is most important. Make sure that you have that line of communication, you guys are on the same page, and you tell them like how you feel, and vice versa. Make sure that they feel comfortable enough to tell you how they feel, because I have friends that like sometimes you need to have hard conversations with people, and you obviously hard conversations are uncomfortable, but you want to be confident in the fact that you can confide in this person and let them know how you feel or how they feel. I just think that's really important. Be understanding and be kind, and be open. Why does society see female masturbation as wrong? Is it wrong? No, I don't think it's wrong at all. I think that it's your body, and if you want to learn it. Have your me time, and don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. How do you start a relationship and not get extremely anxious? I feel like when you're with the right person, you don't get very anxious. At least I didn't. Like, obviously when I first met my boyfriend, I have anxiety in general, so meeting up with literally anybody gives me anxiety, but you kind of feel this sense of calmness and peace with them, and you just have this gut feeling. How do you deal with temptations, just in general? I'd say I didn't really have them like in high school or really in general, just because too my health. I have very low libido and very low sex drive, and I didn't feel like other teenagers felt, and I think that too, when you're in a relationship with someone and you're so in love with them, obviously you want to be as close as you possibly can to them, and that is tempting. But again, with the communication, be open about what you want, what your expectations are with each other, and if someone really loves you, they'll support you in that. And important. When to mention to a date that you're sick. I'm trying to get out there and start, but I'm afraid. Again, I would bring it up right off the bat, honestly. I know that I have this Instagram and literally anybody can see that, but if you don't have an Instagram and you're not very open about your health, if you really care about this person and you see a future happening with them, I would be straight up. Like, don't throw them off guard. Obviously it's your story to tell, but I'm just saying I would say right away. How do I feel confident in lingerie? I hate my thighs but want my boyfriend to be wowed. Confidence is sexy. You should try wearing the lingerie by yourself or sleeping in it by yourself, and getting used to how you look and loving how you look, because I'm sure you look great, but it is hard because it's such an out of comfort zone thing, and boys really love confidence. Everybody loves confidence, so I would definitely work on that. Yeah. And also, it's good to not sleeping with underwear, like just by yourself, not sleeping with underwear raises your confidence, and it's also good for your downstairs area because you need to breathe, and a lot of people sleep in underwear. It's not good for down there, so don't do it. How do you get your downstairs area to smell good? Mine doesn't smell like BO or anything, but I just feel sometimes I'm self-conscious about it. Like, I'm one of those girls that always sprays on perfume and takes showers all the time, etc. But I don't know, sometimes I just get a little self-conscious whenever my boyfriend wants to go down on me or something like that. First off, you should know, your vagina is not supposed to smell like roses or cupcakes or anything really spectacular. It'd be awesome if it did, but it'd also be very weird if it did, because it is an organ. Like, it's part of your body, and it's gonna have a weird smell sometimes, and your pH levels are gonna be thrown off. Like, literally anything can throw off your pH. How you eat, if there's fingers down there, like having sex, like, it'll throw it off. And I would definitely say, and scented things, so I hope you're not still spraying perfume down there, obviously I'm a girl, like I used to do that. I used to be like really self-conscious, and sometimes I still am. I mean, with health problems, like you're kind of just, you don't know. And but yeah, it's a diet is a big thing. Drink so much water that it hurts. It's really good for you. What else was it? Cotton underwear. Just wear that on most days. Like special occasions, wear some lace, wear some silk, but 98% of the time, wear cotton. It's better for you, it's more breathable, like you need to breathe down there. 2, don't put fragrances up there. Don't wash up there. Like, you don't want to do that. Wash the outside of it, wash like you know, the external part of it, but inside, all you need is water. That's all you need. It actually self-cleanses itself. Really awesome about your body, but you don't want to stick soap up there. No, because that will throw it off. Also, rose water balances your pH. If you feel like you're smelly down there, you can always just, after a shower, it's really good for you too, just coconut oil. That's good for you. And also coconut oil, if you are allergic to a lot of things, is good for a self-lubricant. Because I know, too, with illness, that is a troubled spot. And yeah, I would definitely recommend that. And also just your diet. Like, if you're eating smelly food, you're gonna be smelly. And 2, you want to make sure the things going in there are clean. If you wouldn't stick it in your mouth, don't stick it in your cooch. I know, but it's important. Like think about if you were hooking up with someone. If they're out all day and they're touching doorknobs and they're just touching random shiz, you don't want that up your vagina. Like, you just don't, because it's in your body. You want it to be clean and sterile and just not nasty, filled with germs. And I would make sure to like ask your partners to wash their hands, or if you're doing things, wash your hands, because if you wouldn't stick someone's dirty hand in your mouth, don't stick it up there. Just a little tip. I struggle to have sex with my partner because of my constant and chronic pain suggestions. I've heard a lot of good things about pelvic floor therapy. So I would definitely look that up, do your research, find out what's best for you and your body, but I've heard that's a really good thing. Open communication with your partner, tell them how you're feeling, you know, physically and mentally about it, because like, it's frustrating. And yeah, just open communication. What is your ultimate food craving while you're on your period? I'm usually really sick on my period, so I'm not really craving things, and sometimes I crave iron, like I crave beef, like burgers, and normally I don't eat dark meat, so I don't know, but whenever I have a craving, I listen to it, because I read before that your body knows what it wants more than your brain knows what your body wants. So if you're getting that craving that you want this or that, listen to it. Your body knows best. Not a question, but wow, I love this. Thank you for being so real. It's an amazing Q&A idea. This is so sweet, thank you. You guys being so supportive is why it's so easy for me to be very open, because like the support, it just means so much to my heart, so thank you. Is sex any different for you? Does it hurt physically or is it emotionally harder? Wouldn't know. But I think that on the emotional part of it, when I do have sex, I think I won't have any regrets, and it'll be the most special thing to ever happen. Like, it'll be magical. And I know that might sound crusty to some people, but I just have this feeling. I feel more pain during my period, so just wondering if that's normal with fibromyalgia. I have a lot of pain during my periods, but it doesn't have to do with my fibro. But everybody is different, and I would definitely talk to your doctor about it. How have you and Henry been doing lately? We've been doing really good, thank you. Sometimes he's definitely a big handful. I haven't raised a puppy in like ever, because I normally foster and keep little puppies for a few weeks and then give them back. So I definitely realized, you know, a puppy is literally like a child, and I will not be getting one anytime soon again. What do you do if a guy wants you to take birth control and you want to use condoms? Again, with the communication, I would be really open, because someone you're being physically intimate with, those are conversations that you need to have even if they're uncomfortable, and it's your body. So if you don't feel comfortable taking a pill, tell them that. And yeah, just be open, even if it's uncomfortable. I promise it's worth it. How should I approach my mom to ask her to buy me razors, because I've been shaving without her knowing and it's kind of awkward, I guess? Honestly, I would just say, Mom, you know, can you please take me to the store? I've been shaving, but I'm sure you know more about it than I do. So please help me, because like, just be open, because you don't want to keep that a secret, and also you want to know how to do it right. I know sometimes like it seems really self-explanatory, but even I'm learning new things to do all the time. So I'd just be really open with her. And yeah. What age is right to masturbate, and how are you supposed to do it? Okay, well, I can't give you a tutorial, but the age, I'd say when you feel like you're ready to learn about your body in a whole new way, that's the age. Like, I don't think there's a specific limit. I would just say when you feel like you're ready. And yeah, you know your body best. You know you best. So that's all your decision. Have you found illness to impact your hygiene and intimacy? I find it so challenging. Definitely. It's so hard being sick and trying to, you know, be intimate and have normal hygiene, because like when you're sick internally, obviously it's going to throw you off externally, and it's going to throw off your sense and your pH and like your breath and just the way your body moves too, like with like intimacy. And especially too, people don't even think about like heart rate. Like even when you're doing something as simple as making out with someone, your heart rate goes up. And when you have a high heart rate to begin with, it's something very difficult to deal with. So yeah, I of course I struggle with those things. But again, I know I keep saying this to you guys, but keep discussing these things with your partners. It's so important that they know how you feel, because then too, if you're telling them, you know, well, this position makes me hurt, or this makes me do this, or like I'm just feeling insecure because I don't think I smell good, or does my breath stink? Like, it can be embarrassing to talk about or ask those things, but then it gives you a peace of mind, and it gives them a peace of mind, because they know like, oh, it's not that they don't want to do things with me or they don't want to be intimate with me, it's that they really feel like crap. So yeah, again, communication is so important. Get on the same page and make sure you guys are open with each other. People freak out about things that are different. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, and you're beautiful no matter what, and you're worthy no matter what, and you are enough. And people who freak out and make you feel bad about something you can't change aren't people you want in your life. So I would say, if there are people close to you, weed them out. But that's just me. How can I deal with most people, especially doctors, close friends, and sometimes family, not taking my illness seriously? Again, like with what I just said, like if you're close to people and they don't believe you and they don't take crap going on in your life seriously, like, because you having an illness is a huge freaking deal. And if people mock that or make fun of you or act like you're faking and don't believe you, you don't want them in your life. It took me years to realize that. Like, just because they're family doesn't mean I need them. It doesn't mean I have to talk to them. Really. If people are going to be rude, you don't need to be kind to them. And it sucks, because you would think like family, like and close friends, they if I would do it for them, so they should understand for me. but not everyone has your heart, and I think that's really hard to come to terms with, because like you would think they would. But I just hope you know that the people who are important enough to stay in your life will never, ever, ever make you feel bad about anything, illness related or not. I found more questions. So, what do you think about not shaving armpits? I honestly like the way I look with hairy armpits, but it's so hard for me to have the confidence to let people see that. I say that if you like it, you like it, and it's your body, so do what you want. Personally, I like shaving my armpits just because I have like a texture thing. Literally, I can't go more than 2 days without shaving my legs just because the prickles bother me. So I say, do what you want. Like, they're your pits. So if it makes you happy not to shave them, don't shave them. How is it not awkward being best friends with your brother's ex? Well, my brother's like me, and he's very emotionally mature, I guess you could say. And we were friends before they dated, and he wasn't going to let his relationship ending end a good friendship of mine, and neither was she, so that's lucky for me. How is your boyfriend? When is the next time you'll see him? He's really good. He's still adorable, and I'll be seeing him in literally 2 days, so that's really happy. What is your advice to fellow redheads who constantly get attention for it? Both nice and mean. I've got a lot of mean comments and I get a lot of nice comments, but obviously I'd rather nice comments than mean. I'd just say flaunt it. Like, it's so rare, and a lot of people love red hair, and you know, just like, I don't know. I used to hate my red hair, and now I love it. So yeah, flaunt it, own what's yours, and show it off because it's beautiful. Opinions on the LGBTQ plus community. I love everybody. I love everybody, and I hope that everyone can love who they want to love. I've been having, I feel like there's like a bird and it's gonna, okay, ignore me. I've been having a hard time keeping enough energy when getting with my boyfriend due to chronic illnesses. Any advice? He's really understanding, but I'd like to have energy to do what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I know what you mean. Again, with the communication, you said he's really understanding, and I'm so happy he is. It's a very hard thing to understand, especially when you're not going through it, and even for me it's frustrating when it's my own body. So definitely just keep the line of communication open and try new things. Like, there's so many things now in this day and age, if you're catching what I'm throwing, there's so many things that you can try, and so many, like, there's so many therapies, there's so many toys, there's like an endless amount of things. So I would just do research. And also, there's this girl that I love on Instagram, I'll put her handle right here, but she just came out with a book called Vagina Problems, and she's so open about this stuff, and she shares she shares vibrators and marijuana that she uses to help, and like, she just came out with a whole book talking about problems with her vagina and painful sex and just intimacy stuff with chronic illness. So I would definitely give that a read. I actually have the book, and I'm going to start it very soon. I'm so excited. So yeah, definitely recommend that. What products do you use for your period? I switched the cloth pads, and they're amazing. Okay, you just officially convinced me, because I've been wanting to do that, and I've just been like not doing it. Typically, I don't really have a heavy flow, so I just use liners, but I've been wanting to switch to something natural. Okay, I'm totally gonna do it. Thank you. How do you shave down there without getting razor bumps? Razor bumps are normal, okay? And shaving is a tricky thing because everyone's different and your skin is different, and like there's different sensitivities. So anyways, I would give you these tips. Shave with conditioner, not shaving cream, okay? And first you want to exfoliate with a scrub, just on the external part down there. Then you're gonna put some conditioner. Then you're gonna shave, but you're gonna shave down, not up. Because up is the main part that causes the razor bumps. So you're gonna shave down. And if you don't get as much hair as you want shaving down, start shaving side to side. And if you really, really want to like go all the way bald, then you shave up, but have that be your last resort, because that's what's gonna cause the bumps. And then after that, you wanna turn on cold water and just like stand there, you know, because you want to close your pores. You don't wanna leave them open, because then that'll cause bumps too. And then after, you want to either put like a baby oil or a coconut oil down there to moisturize and just, you know, moisturize. So yeah, there's my tip about shaving. I hope it works for you. How do you tell your parents that you're dating someone they don't really approve of? My parents love my boyfriend, but I would just tell them, you know, and two, sometimes, I know this might be sad to hear, but sometimes the people around us see things that we can't see, and they can see red flags before us. So I would honestly just have an open conversation with them about why they don't really like your partner, because, you know, of course you want them to love them, but they could be seeing something that you're not seeing. Do you think it's uncommon to wait until marriage now? Definitely. I literally am one of my only friends, like one of the few of them that are waiting. But I don't think it's a bad thing. A lot of people think it can be weird. But remember, different is not weird, okay? It's not. And everyone thinks that when it's something they don't know, it could be weird, but don't think it's weird. What do you think about saving your first kiss for your wedding day? Actually, my friend did this with her husband, and she was so happy she did it because they have such a strong base of a friendship, and I think it's really romantic. When did you first get your period, and what was the story? Okay, so literally everybody started their period before me. I started my period when I was like 16. I was a very late bloomer, and so I already knew what it was because all of my friends had it since like 8th grade and 9th grade and 7th grade, and you know, they had it very early, and so that was my story. Like, I knew what it was because everyone already talked about it, and I was just waiting for it to happen to me. What was yours like, if you have a story? Mine was not special at all, honestly. I wish it was, but it wasn't. It was at high school. It was when I was in 9th grade, and it was with this guy that I had a tiny crush on, and my guy friends were standing there, like, and his guy friends, we had mutual friends, and they were like, kiss, 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 and I was like, oh, but I was so scared, like, I was so anxious, and then we kissed, and it was like, I thought it was the best day of my life, but now I look back and I'm like, okay, that wasn't special at all. But I know some of my friends who like haven't had their first kiss yet, and some people think it's really strange that they haven't yet, and I think it's so special, you know, because you want that to be special, and I wish mine would have been more so. Why is it so dry, irritated, and itchy down there all of a sudden? What can I do to help it? Again, not a doctor or a specializer in anything down there, but dryness can be happening for a lot of different things. It can be coming from health issues, so I definitely talk to your doctor about that. And irritated and itchy down there, sometimes when your pH is off or your histamine levels are really high, you can get itchy and irritated down there. There's this thing, a drink that I have that really is a good thing that I love, and it's cranberry juice, just straight cranberry juice, okay, 100%, and then pineapple juice with some lime, some honey, and some apple cider vinegar, because apple cider vinegar really helps your pH balance. And yeah, I would say start drinking that, and make sure you're not washing with any scents, and make sure that start wearing cotton underwear if you're not already. That can add to it. And also rose water can really help your pH. Just a mist, and it's all natural, so you're good. Someone said they sent me a DM. Let me read it. Okay, serious question. I'm 22. I've mostly dated girls, but there have been guys too, and I've had sex many times with whoever my partner was or is at the time, but I still find penetration kind of painful and like, ouch, what the F is the point of this? Is there something wrong with me? Should it not hurt anymore after all this time? Oh, I would definitely talk to your doctor about this because you don't want it to be painful. Obviously, I haven't had sex yet, and I would read that book too that I recommended earlier, The Vagina Problems by Laura Parker, and also look into pelvic floor therapy, and maybe just practice with yourself and learn things that set you off and that feel good. But definitely be really open with your doctor because they can give you much better answers than I could ever supply with you. As a girl who's waiting till marriage but also needs touch, especially in pain, boundaries, communication. Tell them you want to wait till marriage, you need their support, you need help because, you know, if you like physical touch and you really like this person, like, you want boundaries. But I would just, you know, keep an open line of communication, tell them what you want, and if it's the right person, they will listen and they will love you no matter what. No matter how long you make them wait, they'll love you and cherish you and adore you. What do you do for horrible cramps that make you feel like you're dying and you can't move or eat? Okay, so mine are literally horrible each month. I've not had a seizure for a while, but I used to have seizures on my period, and I'm just in a crud ton of pain. So I would say I have to wait it through, but some people find CBD, THC to help them. Maybe take a shot of some alcohol, because I do a lot of natural stuff. I like the heat patches, the hot cold patches. I really like my CBD roll-on. It feels like menthol, and yeah, everyone's different. Oh, that sucks. I don't really know. I wish I had advice for you, but I struggle every single month with pain on my period. How do I love the outside of my body when I hate the inside of my body? Crohn's disease. Oh, that's so hard too, because I struggle all the time because my body and my weight fluctuate like crazy, or like acne, and you know, just like your body does weird stuff in general, and then when you're sick and adding health problems to it, it's like, does the list ever end? But I would say, how do you love the outside? Do things that make you happy. If getting in a cute dress makes you happy, wear a cute dress. If putting on mascara makes you happy, put on mascara. If curling your hair makes you happy, curl your hair. Like, it does not matter. Wear the clothes you want to wear. Look how you want to look. If you want to go get a nose piercing and you think that'll make you love how you look more, like, go do it. It's your body and you want to be happy in it. So do whatever you got to do to be happy in your skin. Very, very, very much a need. What do you do when you can't understand why so many of your peers dislike you? Lucky for me, I'm not in school anymore, but I was bullied in high school, so I completely understand where you're coming from. Honestly, it makes you feel like crap, and I'm really sorry that you have to deal with that too, but just know, again, they obviously have something inside themselves that they don't like to be not liking you. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Like, I don't even know the situation, and I don't even personally know you. I just know. Because people that bully people are hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. And I hope you know that you are not the issue here. What mascara do you use? Your lashes are always perfect. Okay, that's so nice. That's so nice. Thank you. I just use drugstore mascara. Literally, that's it. Like, random stuff. I should find out. I'll find out the exact brand and I will write it on the screen. But thank you. That made my whole day. How do you deal with parents that don't want to accept your illness despite positive tests? I'm really sorry that your parents are not fully supportive of you, because I can't imagine going through that alone in my house. I don't even know how you deal with it. I wish I could give you a hug. Maybe try to sit down and talk to them and tell them how they're making you feel. And you should just say, you know, like, I'm in a lot of pain and my body's fighting against me and I don't feel supported by you guys and it's making me feel horrible about everything. Just be honest. I'm really sorry you're in this situation. I really can't imagine. I'm sorry, the neighbor kids are like screaming at the top of their lungs. But yeah, communication. I know I say that for everything, but it's so important. It's so underrated. Communication is like top tier of things. Have you ever struggled with your weight, food, eating disorders, hunger, cravings? Yeah, I have. I don't want to go into detail with it because I don't know what triggers some people. But yeah, I have. And it's a really hard thing. I still do struggle with that. Yeah. Does anyone else have a problem getting there with their man? This was so hard, LOL. Oh, I think everybody is different, and definitely this is something you should talk to your doctor about because I can understand how frustrating that is. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't give you more advice. How do you stay strong in the midst of everything you struggle with? I try to focus on the positives. It's so important because if I didn't change and evolve my mindset, I literally would not be here talking to you guys right now. I wouldn't. And a positive mindset can change your entire life, literally. It saved mine. I just love your videos. I live in Colorado too, and it's my dream to someday meet you. That is so cute. Okay, why don't you message me and tell me where you live in Colorado. I have high anxiety, so I literally never meet up with like anybody. But that made my whole heart totally melt, so I think that'd be really fun. Wow, okay. Yeah, if you're watching this, message me and tell me, and we'll come up with something to do. It'll be so fun. If you could get rid of one traditional taboo, what would it be? Ooh. I'd say natural medicine not being as beneficial as Western. I think that everybody is different, and if natural works for you, that's great. If Western works for you, that's great. Whatever works for you and whatever's keeping you alive and afloat and like, you know, not down in the dumps, I think it's great. And I think people should stop judging people on what medical route they either choose to go to or have to go to, because it's our own personal bodies, and I don't think we should be judged about how we treat it. If it works for us, it works for us. Balancing a relationship with chronic illness. Oh, this is very hard. I know. I said communication so many times, but it really is. Communication changed the game. And balancing it, I have a hard time with this because, like, if I'm not feeling good, but I know that, like Eric's supposed to come home this weekend, I don't care how I feel. Like, I could literally be sitting there dying and I would still try to keep up with him. So I think too, with your partner's help, it can really change things because sometimes he'll see that like I'm way too tired. Like, if I can't even hide it, like he'll see like I'm way too tired, I can't function, and he'll just say like let's just watch a movie, or how about you take a nap, I'll come back and pick you up later. Like, I'm still working on that because I love spending time with my boyfriend and I'm obsessed with him, and it's hard putting my health first because all I ever want to do is hang out with him because I just enjoy him so much. So yeah, I'm still really working on that, but it is very important to balance it. What do you do for bras? They can be so uncomfortable with chronic illnesses. A lot of the time I don't wear anything with padding, and I avoid things with a lot of wires unless it's like a normal bra because I am bigger chested and I need support. But I really like sports bras that aren't on the back of my neck. Like, I like the straps that go to the side because it's not putting pressure on this bone, and that really hurts, especially when you have bigger boobs. And what else? I love Skims. They were lightweight and very like comfortable. And I love Victoria's Secret. I just love really basic, you know, comfortable not a lot of material. What natural makeup do you use? I use Savvy Minerals by Young Living, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Let me show you. Like, I have really bad pores. Is this even focusing? I don't know if you can even see it, but it sits on my face really well. I don't react to it, and I think it looks really, like, it looks normal. So I definitely recommend that. How short is too short and how long is too long to date before getting married? I think it depends on you and your partner, and when you know, you know. Like, if you want to wait, but if you know in 3 weeks and you guys are both on the same page, like, go for it, honestly. I'm also a hopeless romantic, so I wouldn't really take all the advice from me. But when you know, you know, and you guys know each other best, so yeah. Shame around being sexual and intimacy. I think it is so dumb. But if you feel shame because you are feeling it and not because of anyone else, I would look at who you're being intimate with, because you shouldn't feel empty like after doing stuff, and you shouldn't feel depressed and upset and angry. And you know, it's a special thing to share with someone, and make sure you're sharing it with someone important and someone that's worthy of getting that gift from you. It's a big deal. What is too much or too little modesty in clothing, and how do you decide that? For me, honestly, I dress pretty modestly. Sometimes I like some clothing that I'm like, ooh, that's risque, but it's kind of just for like an adrenaline rush for me, honestly, and because I'm trying to purposely get out of my comfort zone. And I'd say just whatever you're comfortable with. Like, if you're comfortable showing all the way up to your thigh, like all the way up there, fine. If you're fine showing a ton of cleavage, good for you. Like, if you're fine showing your belly button, good for you. But if you like being covered up, like, cover up. There's such cute little things. Like, this isn't showing any boob action, and I love it. And I think it's a really cute, modest little dress. So yeah. I just say it has to do on your preference. How to stay positive when you have chronic illnesses that control your life. Again, look at the things that you do have, and look at the things that it has brought you, and, you know, look at things that are happy in your life, and try to do activities at least once a week that give you joy. And for me, it's pictures. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you don't know that, but I love pictures. It makes me feel creative, it gives me an outlet, and it gives me something to do, and it gives me a reason to talk to all of you, and I love that. It makes my heart happy. I love this. Wish I could sit and have this talk with you. Okay, Emily, I love you, and we will have this talk so soon. I don't know if you found the right guy to marry. If he makes you feel giddy and special and loved and beautiful, and if he doesn't pressure you to do things, and he just wants to make you happy, and you just want to make him happy, and you're always thinking about him, and no matter how your day was, like, you want to tell him about it. I just feel like when you know, you just feel this connection with this person, and you never want to leave them. You never want them to leave you. Like, you just want to be around them all the time, and you want to have a forever sleepover with them. And I think that's how you know. Have you ever gotten a bikini wax? Is it uncomfortable or painful? I never have. I'd be down to do it once. Just once. Because I feel like I'd be a big baby about it, and I feel like it would be painful. But I never have done that. Favorite places to get comfy clothes? Ooh, I love the thrift store. Buying oversized stuff in the men's section, perfect. And also, Sabo skirt has a lot of cute things. They're a little bit more expensive. Lululemon for leggings, definitely an investment, but one worth doing to me, because I wear the leggings all the time. And sweatpants I usually get on sale at Victoria's Secret, or there's a lot of cute sweatpants on Missguided. And, you know, honestly, for comfy clothes, you really don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go to Walmart, and if you want to make it something cute and spunky, just get some tie-dye from, like, the craft store, and tie-dye some white sweats. Honestly, it'd be so fun. I actually want to do that later this week, so yeah. Most of my questions are about dating with chronic illness, so I feel like I'm definitely going to have to do the Q&A with Eric. It'll be so fun. maybe it'll make him a little nervous. I don't know. He's pretty good in front of the camera. We'll see. I think I'll get a little nervous because I never usually film stuff in front of people and he makes me giddy. But I think that'll be really fun. So I'll probably end up doing a story soon about like leave questions for Eric and I about relationships with chronic illness. But oh my gosh, this video is ending just in time. My camera, my battery light is flashing. I hope this turned out. If you're seeing it, that means it did. But yeah, I hope everyone has the best day. Thank you so much for asking me these questions. I just feel like I'm talking to a room full of my girlfriends and I love that. This makes me really happy. I should start doing girl talks much more often. Yeah. Oh, before I go, look how cute this dress is. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Hold on. Look. Oh, I have to go like way back. Oopsie. Let me see. Let me see if I can do it like this. Hold on. Okay, look at my dress. So cute. And that's it. Okay, I hope everyone has a great night. Love you so much. Bye.